You don't need to be fixed to be loved. That is the lie. The quiet, invisible program running underneath every relationship you've ever had. The one that made you perform instead of connect. The one that had you shrinking, adjusting, pre-apologizing, just in case you were too much, just in case loving you turned out to be more work than you were worth. I want you to stop walking for a moment. Right here, where two lights drift apart in the dark, two separate points of warmth, each pulling away from the other. This is where we begin. Not in the healed version of you, not in the future where love is easy, but right here, in the part of you that still braces for rejection before anyone has rejected you. You learned that brace from something real, from someone who left when you needed them to stay, from someone who told you love was conditional and then proved it, from the silence of a room that should have been warm. And so your nervous system wrote a law. If I stay small enough, quiet enough, useful enough, maybe this time it will last. But here is what is also true. That law was written by a child trying to survive. It was never meant to be the governing truth of your life. And tonight, in this frequency, in this room, in this 15 minutes that belongs entirely to you, we are going to rewrite it. 639 Hertz is the frequency of the heart chakra, of connection, of the electromagnetic field your heart produces that extends 3 to 4 feet outside your body and communicates with every person you encounter before a word is spoken. You were built for connection the way water was built to flow downward. It is not something you earn, it is something you are. So we begin the journey. We walk from isolation toward union, from that dark open space where two lights drift, slowly, slowly, towards something they don't yet know they need. I want you to feel the weight of the relationships you've been managing instead of living, the ones where you give and wait to see if it's enough, the ones where your love is full but your presence is guarded because some part of you is always waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's not love failing you. That's a wound protecting you. And wounds, when they're finally seen, begin to loosen their grip. Watch the two lights now. They're not rushing toward each other. They're just beginning to pulse. The smallest flicker of rhythm, like two hearts that haven't synced yet, but are starting to notice each other. That pulse is the truth of connection. It doesn't demand. It doesn't perform. It simply shows up, again and again, until the other light feels safe enough to move closer. You are already doing this, in ways you don't give yourself credit for. Every time you chose to trust again after being burned, that was the pulse. Every time you stayed in a hard conversation instead of shutting down, that was the pulse. Every time you let someone see a real part of you, even when it felt terrifying, that was the pulse of a heart that refuses to give up on connection, no matter how many times the world taught it to. And now the frequency rises. 639 Hertz hums beneath us. The bowl struck once low and resonant, and then a second bowl a fifth above it, overlapping, the sound of two notes finding harmony. Two frequencies, independent and distinct, creating something more beautiful together than either could alone. That is what love is. Not merger, not disappearing into someone else, not becoming what they need until you forget what you are. Two lights, fully themselves, choosing proximity, choosing rhythm, choosing again and again to pulse in the same direction. You are worthy of a love that doesn't require your perfection. Say that slowly to yourself, not as affirmation, as archaeology, as the retrieval of something true that got buried under years of trying to earn what was always meant to be freely given.
The lights are closer now, not touching, but close enough to feel the warmth of the other. The sacred geometry is forming in the space between them, two circles of light beginning to overlap at the center, creating that ancient symbol, the Vesica Piscis, the shape that appears when two equal circles share the same edge, the visual language of union without loss of self. This is the geometry of healthy love, not absorption, not dissolution. Two whole people creating something sacred in the space where they overlap. And now, I want to speak to the part of you that is afraid. The part that wants this, that yearns for it with everything it has, but has learned to protect itself so thoroughly that connection keeps finding the wall before it finds the heart. I want you to know, I see that wall. And I know it was built for good reasons, built from real wood, by real hands, after real hurt. But I also want you to notice something. Walls don't make you safe, they make you alone. And there is a difference between protected and isolated that matters enormously right now. Safety is not the absence of vulnerability. Safety is the presence of trust in yourself, in your ability to survive what comes, in the truth that you have already survived everything life has brought you so far. You are still here, still pulsing, still reaching, even when reaching is terrifying. That is strength, not weakness. The two lights are now creating a single shared field, soft, warm gold, and the golden threads begin to extend outward from that union, reaching into the surrounding dark like roots that have found water. Connection does this. Real connection doesn't just transform two people. It radiates outward into every space they inhabit. It makes rooms warmer. It makes strangers feel seen. It makes the world slightly less lonely for everyone who comes near it. Your capacity for love is that kind of force. Not despite your wounds, not after you have healed them. Right now, today, as you are. The love that has come from you, imperfect, guarded, sometimes clumsy, always sincere, that love has landed in people. It has stayed in them. It has mattered in ways you will never fully know. You are already doing this. Now we walk into declaration. The frequency reaches its fullness, 639 hertz humming beneath you like the resonance of a bell that was always tuned to your heart. And from this frequency, from this geometry, from this journey, you speak. I am worthy of love that doesn't require my perfection. I am safe to be fully seen. I am a magnet for relationships that are mutual, not one-sided. I am already whole. Love adds to me. It does not complete me. I fight from connection. I no longer fight to be loved. I simply am. Let these land in the body, not just the mind. Feel the first one again. I am worthy of love that doesn't require my perfection. Stay with it until some part of you, even a small part, says yes. That yes is the frequency shifting. That yes is the old law being rewritten. The journey is almost complete. The two lights have become one shared field. The sacred geometry fills the space between them. The golden threads extend in every direction. The 639 hertz bowl fades slowly, the resonance stretching out into silence that is not empty. It is full. Full of everything you just walked through. Full of everything you've always been. You were never too much. You were never too broken. You were never someone who had to earn the right to be chosen. You are love learning to receive what it already is. This is the Inner Journey series, and you just completed one. Subscribe to continue the journey. Share this with someone who needs to remember they are worthy of connection. And if you've been moved today, donate to this channel at ourfamilies.pplx.app. Every contribution keeps this frequency free for the people who need it most. I am warrior. I fight from love.